To the You Don't Know Me Yet podcast network.
Hey, you are tuned in to Two Gems and a Mic with hosts Tanisha the Diva Mahomes and Linda L.D. Dorsey. Just know, if we talking about it, you need to hear about it. Unwind and enjoy. Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Two Gems and a Mic. I'm your girl, LD, along with my girl, the Diva.
Hey, what's up?
How you doing?
I'm doing great. I see we're both doing the same thing, taking classes today.
Yeah. It's been a challenging week. I'm tired. But we can get this in.
All right, come on.
You laughing
You
at
say you tired? Yeah. Last time I took a class, we were laughing at me.
I know. You messed up. That was what was you?
Yeah.
What class were you trying to take? Did you have no business taking?
Python. Yes, I left that right where it's at in the past. We're not doing that again. No, I was taking This was totally different. This is my mentoring class. So
Okay.
This was good. I'm all over that. I did well. Did very well with this.
All right.
Yeah, this is right. This is my speed. This is my speed right here. Yes. So too easy. Great day today. Oh yeah, I was answering questions, leading the pack. Oh, I was in rare form. Yeah.
Okay.
I was good to go.
All right. Well, we got some stuff to unpack. From what happened with NFL, week 14. We had
Week
15 predictions. Got some NBA stuff, and we still got to talk about them officials because this is some stuff that's going down that's just not
kosher.
It's not. It's really not, and we'll get to it. Let's start off. I want to start off with Dallas. We'll start off with your team, and let you talk about your team.
How about them boys out there whooping folks? I told you though. I said I thought something was wrong with my boy Jalen. I said that early on. I thought it was gonna be a better game than the 49er game. But I said I thought the Cowboys had that one on wrap, and they went out there and did exactly what they were supposed to do, put foot to butt, and got that taken care of. They looked good doing it. They look like the better team. Everything about that game went exactly the way it was supposed to go for a Cowboy fan. And if I were a Philly fan, I'd be a little nervous right now because this is like I'd be like a Chief fan a little bit. I'd be a little nervous right now. I'd be like, what happened to my team? It's on the decline. You know what I mean? I don't know what's going on. Not to say that both of those teams can't turn it around, but right now, if I'm a fan of Philly, I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah, I'm good. Hey, last week, what did I say? I know I joked about it a little bit. Well, Mike McCarthy not being there, whatever. He was there. He called a great game. I thought they played a really good game from front to end. I know Dak had that fumble, but to me, you could just even with that. So that's the touchdown. That's the touchdown that Philly got. I still not taking anything away from Dallas because I think they played a great game. I still think something's missing in Philly. And talking to Philly fans, got a couple here in the class, they flew and they said something just we ain't that team from last year, which we know that even the record may show you're that team from last year, but the play doesn't. Even the wins that they have, to me, have not been that impressive.
The record no longer shows it.
No, and I don't know if it, Philly gave up some stuff at the end of the season. I mean, they got one of their coaches is over in both of the defensive and the offensive coordinaters left.
They made some moves.
Yeah,
they switched some things around.
It shows. It's a big difference, in the way the plays are called and all that stuff. So we'll see. It makes fun for the playoffs.
Because it's closer. It's closer. There's no teams that are just out there that just you look at them, you're like, oh, this is so dominant. Except for, to me, the 49ers still look.
I still see that as a team to beat
49er-ish.
overall. Yeah, overall. Yeah, I see that as a team to beat overall. So we'll see.
Yeah, I was
See what
looking at.
happens with that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I mean, another I would have to say upset is the Miami game.
That's what I was about to say. I didn't want to jump the gun, but
Yeah.
Miami out there, I mean, the end of that game, I mean, the last 4.5 minutes. I mean, I'm driving home from the airport and I'm like, what is going on? I mean, I'm coming in from,
and the last 3 minutes of the game, like they set some kind of record, but it was just like it's like Miami.
I thought Tennessee was having a meltdown.
Yeah, they never showed like a sense of urgency. I don't know if they didn't think they were going to lose the game or what. I was just like,
I don't know. It was fun to watch though.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, Tennessee played well. I didn't think. I mean, we saw the whole thing. Well, you probably didn't see it. We saw the whole thing with Hill going down, and also he jumped up and sprinted to the side. A lot of extra stuff. But it was just like they're not clicking. I mean, their wins, they've been winning, but are they impressive wins? Are they the wins that they need to have? Everybody's saying they're beating the teams that they need to beat because they're under 500. Or they got losing records, but you didn't beat this team. I didn't think Tennessee has a losing record, but still, they have not been impressive.
Well, like I said, I thought that I believed in Miami more than you did. You remember, I kept saying Miami was going to get it done. But then I see games like this, and I'm like, you don't know which Miami you're going to get.
No.
You just don't know.
You don't. You don't. They were not.
You don't know.
Explosive.
They can look. I'm talking about. They can look explosive. They can jump out on you and just look explosive, and then they can come out there and just be flat. And I can tell you right now, you can't be flat in the playoffs.
No,
that's not gonna work.
No,
that's not gonna work. It's changing. It's changing my perspective on everything. We're really gonna have to do a show on what we think is about to happen. We have to really sit down and think about this. I mean, we got those crazy minds and we come up with some good stuff, but we really got to think this through because what we were talking about in the beginning, and I mean, we done missed out. We missed a lot of stuff here, Lynn.
Things you didn't see, teams are just, it's like, what are y'all doing? So we can go from Miami. Let's go from Miami to Detroit. Detroit losing to Chicago. Who saw that coming?
Nobody. Not nobody.
And Detroit has not looked impressive in the last few weeks. So,
and I mean, and that's golf being a little out of character, throwing picks. I mean, it's just things that just almost like what you say, just
things that make you go,
right, right. Just something. Yeah, I can't even put my finger on it. It's just like golf throwing picks. That's not golf.
Yeah, they lost and two games within their division. I mean, they lost to the Packers and they lost to the Bears. Those games you don't lose.
I know.
So I'm like, yeah. So I don't know.
Packers out there messing it up for a lot of folks.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. 49ers, they look good.
Mm-hmm. They're going on there.
They out there having fun. That's the scary part. They having fun and they win. I mean, they opening up games with 70-yard runs.
Yeah, Purdy out there looking like an MVP.
He's looking good. He's looking
out
good.
There looking like a whole MVP.
The Ravens pulled it off.
Yeah. How you feel about Lamar?
I mean, I ain't never gonna be out on Lamar. I ain't never gonna be out on Lamar. I don't think that is something that I'm out on Harbaugh.
Oh, I know you've been out on him.
I've been out on Harbaugh.
You've been out on Harbaugh.
I'm out on Harbaugh. I'm like, it just seems like they're not loose. I think Odell's looking good, and they doing some things. The Ravens,
we looking Odellish.
Yes, he is.
Yes, he is. Yeah.
So, yeah. I'd like to see how that's gonna play out.
I know because if we being real, Odell, before he went out, I think he was gonna be that Super Bowl MVP, keeping it all the way.
Oh yeah,
he got hurt.
Yeah,
he was well on his way. And so if he get back there, some problems, folks.
Yep. And Zay Flower, you got You got pieces there. Likely's looking good. You got pieces there. Defense.
And my boy Aguilar, he good for a bone. He good for Aguilar good. He good to bring down a 56 yard out the blue. He good
out of
for
nowhere. Out of nowhere.
Yes,
That's the
every
crazy part.
time. Man, that dude is solid. I don't care what nobody say. Aguilar get you a 50-60 out the blue. He gonna keep you. If out of all the bench players, at the end of the year, Aguilar gonna have 4 touchdowns.
Right.
He goes every year.
You
every
like
year.
Why?
Go look at out of all the bench players. You check out Aguilar stay. He gonna get him 3-4 touchdowns at the end of the year.
And you like
every
how?
year.
But you know what's so funny to me is every time I hear his name, I'm like, damn, he's still playing.
Now, every time I hear his name, I think about the fan that was like, we was catching babies, unlike Aguilar. I'll never forget that.
He did.
Unlike Aguilar.
He got him tickets to the game.
He got him tickets to the game because he's such a great guy. But I'll never forget Aguilar. I'm like, y'all gonna leave my boy Aguilar alone. I love Aguilar. Y'all gonna leave him alone.
Now that was, dude. You gotta admit that was kind of funny.
Yeah, it was. But Aguilar helped me win a lot of fantasy. Some draft kings up in here. I'm always on him.
Yeah, dude meant that one. I just last week was just the Browns beating the Jaguars, the Patriots beating the Steelers.
Let's talk about Flacco.
I mean, the Jets would have been better if they had held on to him instead of cutting him. I mean, I wouldn't have cut a veteran like that. This man won a Super Bowl. Flacco to me has been one of them quarterbacks. You know how I always talk about how cool Jalen Hurts is. Flacco was that guy. He don't nothing phase him. He threw 4 interceptions. His face still looked the same.
Because he still got a rocket.
As if he
know he
right.
You know he got a game changer.
4 touchdowns. It don't. It's here. It don't change.
Flacco. Remember, I'm always telling you, Flacco is one of the quarterbacks that has that little something about it where he's not afraid to make the big play. That's why he got Super Bowl.
And he ain't afraid to make that mistake either.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. He got Etch a Sketch. Hell, it's over with. I made it. It's over with. And he will hurt you.
Yeah.
Flacco will hurt you. And so that remember we did the show and I said, what has Flacco done? What has Wentz done? And guess what? Somebody went and got him and look. Look what they got.
Jaguars, I don't understand it. The Jaguars, they hanging on, but they don't. I don't think Trevor Lawrence was ready to play.
No, he wasn't ready. I said we'd be lucky if we got a 50 or 60%. Trevor Lawrence. You know he needed another week. But I commend him for getting out there because that show how tough he is. You know he one of them dudes.
It's not smart moves either with these coaching staffs because you need him for the playoffs. So let him sit and heal. It's a game, right? So you went out there, lost the game, and he still played hurt. You might have won the game if you had somebody else out there, but let him heal because you need him for the long run. You got a good team. You need him for the long run. So you know that I didn't understand. I mean, you know, the Vikings pulled it off and stuff like that. The one game we want to talk about, and guess who else pulled it off?
Yeah, I know your boy. I know. Go on and rip. Go on and rip.
We 3-1. That's all I'm looking at.
Go on and rip.
The New York.
Y'all done treated my boy bad. He done came off IR and realized you don't have a job.
Well, I mean, you can't. I get it, but you're not gonna just sit the dude that's winning.
No, I know that.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
Ain't gonna sit the dude that's winning. I can't even. I can't get behind that. Let's talk about the Chiefs.
I was at that game.
Huh?
Yeah, I was at that.
What was your feel?
I mean, what can you say? I mean, it looked good. The play looked amazing until the flag came out.
You know, I can't agree with the way Patrick handled and getting upset on all of that. I'm like, okay, let's put that to the side, right? Agree or disagree whether you liked it, put it to the side. Whether or not it was a penalty, let's put that to the side, right? We all know it was a penalty, and I agree. I hardly ever agree with RG3, but what I get is out of the calls, the consistency that these, or they want to call themselves officials, it's horrible. It is horrible.
Yeah.
And there's no accountability. So you catch that, and you probably do because that's your job. You're the lineman, you see it, it's there. You catch that, make that play, and then they have these things where, like with MVS the week before, when the dude was draped over him like a cape. So they say that, and I'm using these two
Mm-hmm.
because they were like
Mm-hmm.
polarized or whatever examples that were out there, and you
Mm-hmm.
don't make that call. But then you say shit like, in there,
It
and then
was so obvious.
well, in the officials' defense, they're saying stuff like it didn't impact the game. And I'm like, how can you say it didn't impact the game or it didn't impact the play? If you're going to say that about one, then you got to say the same thing about the other one. Don't make the call. But they're so subjective. They're not going by the rules. It's just like, I'm going to throw a flag. I don't. I don't know if I wasn't talking to you because you were at the game. I was talking to our other friend, T Art, that we talked to. I remember just on the red zone alone, I saw him pick up 8 flags. What are you throwing flags for? And
Mm-mm.
it's like, oh, no, no foul on the play. Yeah, there was a foul on the play. You just don't want to call it.
Yep, picked it up.
And I'm just like it's like, come on, somebody speak out. Speak
The
out.
crazy, the
Mhm.
crazy thing about that one was, he's definitely offsides. I mean, don't get me wrong, but I think and it obviously he's offsides, but I'm sitting here and I'm listening and I'm listening and I'm listening to all these professional athletes, and they're like, you get a warning, you get a warning, you get a warning, you get a warning, and he didn't get a warning.
But even if he didn't get a warning, see, here's the thing. And I saw where Cheetah said, no, that's not a call, this, that, and the other. But then I'm watching these plays of all of these, people are doing highlight plays both ways. They're doing
Yeah.
highlight plays of where they come in and check with the official. They're doing
Hmm.
highlight plays of where the calls were made. They're also doing highlight plays where the athlete, the player himself, looks down and says, well, damn, I might want to back up a foot. I'm just wondering why that didn't cross his mind. Everybody,
True.
it's like
Well,
us talking about
I'm
this,
not going to say what I think on
talking about
that, but
this,
I
and
can
things
tell
like
you.
that. But I'm like, damn, you look down you threw your hand out to the
Oh, it's
official,
his job. It's
and
his
you look
definitely his job to
like,
look. Don't get me wrong. But when I turn around and I see the next play and I see Von Miller damn near hop across the line and they don't call it. And I mean, I'm at the game and I'm watching him hop across the line. And I'm like, well, if you just saw the other one, how did you not see that? And you're on the same line.
right. So I agree with you. And for me,
So it
I
makes me
play,
start saying to myself, like, are we intentionally trying to make these dudes lose or what? Because I'm not somebody who likes to throw that out there like that. But I just watched y'all let a guy ride a dude 5 yards the week before, and you act like you didn't see it. And then you down here in a crucial part of the game this time, and you calling a call that they've been called since the '70s. It started to make you wonder, like, even if you're a player, you starting to think maybe they do have something against us.
well, I mean, they did
Maybe
say
some
they
ain't
go back
right.
and look that the play has been called. I'm not gonna say it's a conspiracy theory against the Chiefs. I ain't going there. I'm gonna just say that the officials are sorry and they ain't doing what they need to do.
Hell,
Um
we know
and
they ain't good, and
yeah,
they got it. They got to go back to the drawing board. They got to go
yeah,
back to
yeah,
training.
they're terrible, right? And the account, until there's some kind of accountability, they're not going to get any better, or they don't care. Because I'm
Yeah,
seeing it, I saw it all day, even where people, even, I mean, Troy
not
Aikman
just
made
the
a great,
Chiefs. I mean, yeah, definitely not just the Chiefs. I'm
yeah,
talking about
no,
in
Troy
general.
Aikman made a
They're
great point.
horrible.
You got 13 seconds left and a half, and you taking 10 minutes to make a damn call.
Yep,
Make a
exactly.
call,
Yeah, they don't know what to do. They don't know what to do.
and then some of them, you looking at replay, and I'm like, that's the call you come up with.
Yeah, horrible. Because they don't want to overturn the original mistake.
No, no. And that
I
rule,
mean,
and we can harp on this, but we're gonna move on in a little bit. The clear and obvious, that's the shit.
yeah,
The clear and obvious. It's like stop it.
yeah,
Stop it. Yeah, so it's just getting, they can't even tell
yeah,
somebody cross the line for a touchdown now. So they're taking away from the game so much, so much. And
yeah.
that's the one thing that I agreed with Patrick. If you watch the whole, And then when he came to his press conference, the whole press conference said, "Let the players decide, but you can't pick and choose. All people want is consistency. If I always go back to my analogy for coaching basketball, right? If you let them play and you let that same foul go 4 times, don't call it at the end of the game.
Yeah.
Or if you've been calling it all game, don't ignore it because it's the end of the game.
Well,
Be
that's
consistent.
that's the thing that Dan I guess he has a video out there where he said old boy was lining up on offsides the whole he lined up Kadarius Toney lined up offsides several times.
I believe it.
He lined up offsides several times. Maybe he got warned and we didn't know. I don't know. Maybe he got warned, we didn't know.
He might have looked over and he might have blinded him. He said, I don't know.
I don't know. But I know that he needs to do better.
He's got to do better, right?
He's got to do better. His team hasn't given up on him clearly, so he needs to step up.
My question is, if he's lining up like that, is that a bad habit that's not being corrected in practice?
Well, for the love of God, yeah. It must not be corrected if you don't lined up offsides the entire game.
So, but yeah, I think they just tried to make so much out of. I think that's the thing that annoyed me. It's not here just to defend Pat. It was more like y'all want to make a big thing out of this when players, quarterbacks, or whatever, they complain, they say stuff, whatever, they take the fines. Coaches will take the fines and all that other stuff. So, he's passionate about it. He spoke over and done with. Maybe it'll fuel his fire. But overall, do you have concerns?
Listen. He human just like everybody else.
Yeah.
Hell, he gonna have his moments just like everybody else. Get used to it, folks.
No, I'm saying, so you have concerns for the Chiefs overall going into these playoffs?
How can you not?
Yeah.
How can you not?
I agree. They've got to, and we've been saying it for every week. They got to get it together. I don't know what they need to do. They know what they need.
They got the Bengals left to play, and I see the Bengals as a problem. I think they scooped by everybody else fairly. It's not. I don't see any games easy for them, but I think they can get by everybody else. But that Bengal game is, the way Jake Brown is playing, that's a problem.
Yeah. We'll see. I'd love to see him get back there and repeat.
You can't never overlook Belichick and his bag of tricks. We might just have one saved up just for the tricks.
Oh my God. Pittsburgh, I don't know what's going on. Pittsburgh, they just ain't got a quarterback.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah, there's no way they should have lost that game last week. All right, let's jump into this week's games. Right now we know we're a little late. We're a little bit behind. So the Raiders are whooping up on the Chargers 21-0 in the first half of that game. They're in the second quarter. They looking good. They're without Herbert. So
Herbert and Allen.
Yeah. So that is your offense.
Well, Herbert, Allen, and Williams, hell, that's everybody.
Yeah.
And I injured. Eckler is not really 100%. The rest of them.
I got some interesting things.
Everett just came back. The rookie got a stick of butter on his hands. It's
So I got some interesting games here. Vikings and the Bengals.
That should be good.
Yeah.
Well, because
they both from 7-6.
Is Justin gonna play?
They expect for him to play.
Okay, well,
he's good then.
Anytime he on the field, hell, they got a chance.
Yeah, Bengals are looking good. They looking good.
He didn't.
Another team, both 7-6. Steelers and the Colts.
Colts.
Steelers, yeah, because Steelers, they have no offense. Colts. I'm just not seeing it. Yeah.
I ride with Pittman and Pittman Downs and Alec all day long. Run that with the running back over the Steelers. They just can't. I don't know. They got some players. They just can't get it going. I don't know what's. Yeah. I don't know what's going on over there. They got Deontay Jones. They got people. They just. They don't have somebody to be able to throw on the ball. Yeah, that's important.
Yeah. and
That's
right
okay.
now they just don't
we
have.
might get to see the third string quarterback. What's his name? The
I know
one
who
in
you're
my,
talking about.
I can't.
Mr. Helmet.
Yeah, when Miles Garrett
Yeah,
cracked over
he
the
didn't crack.
line.
No, he did. That boy wouldn't be. He wouldn't be playing football still. He wouldn't be playing football. The Broncos and the Lions. It's gonna be a different game.
Ooh, I would say, what? I'm going with the Lions.
I'm going with the Lions too. I think they're gonna snap
I'm
back,
going
get
with the
their minds right.
Lions.
I'm going with the Lions also.
I'm going. I just be shocked if golf don't get it back.
Yeah.
Get it back right. He's just too good of a quarterback to be.
Dolphins and the Jets.
Dolphins.
Okay, you say that like it's shit. The Jets put something on somebody last week, didn't they?
Yeah. Broke
They
clock
beat the
is
Texans
right.
36. I know our boy went out with Stroud went out. He was in concussion protocol, but still, I don't know. They could be feel themselves.
Yeah.
Texas and the Titans.
Who?
Texas and the Titans. Texans, sorry, and the Titans.
Titans.
You think so?
Stroud's out.
Oh, I thought he was out of concussion protocol.
Is he out? I thought he was in.
Yeah, maybe I'm wrong. I
But
thought
he
he was
lost.
out. I could be wrong.
Nico Collins is out. Dale is out. So I mean,
True.
yeah. So Titans.
Okay, I'm going with the Texans on that one.
With
Bucks.
with the 1 and 2 out.
If he's
Dale
out, then
and
no.
Nico Collins
If
out.
Stroud is out, then no.
With Dale and with the number one receiver and the number
Stroud
2
is playing,
receiver.
If Stroud is playing, I'm going with the Texans. I don't care about who else is out. If he's playing, I'm going with the Texans.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go against him on that.
Okay.
I mean, I think he's good, but he's gonna need somebody to throw it to other than Robert Woods.
Okay.
And Jordan.
I ain't gonna hit every game
because I think Schultz is still out. Now, if Schultz is out, that makes it a little bit more interesting. But I think Schultz is still out.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
There's 6 and 7 teams. I ain't even talking about them. Let's talk about the Chiefs and the Patriots. This should be like you said. I'm going with them. Going with them.
Chiefs. They got
Cowboys and the Bills.
Cowboys.
No doubt.
No doubt in my mind. Ass whooping.
Okay.
Ass whooping.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I got them whooping ass.
Okay.
Just all in it. We have to rate this one. PG-13.
Yeah, I can't call it. I'm not gonna call it either way because the Bills, I don't even know who's gonna show up this year.
And it's not even because what the Bills do to the Chiefs. I just got the Cowboys on the road right now. They
look good. They look good.
Whoever stepping up is just gonna get it. It's just one of them things. They got their rhythm.
I hope they
right
don't
now.
get as cocky as you because that shit could backfire on them.
Well,
and won a whole damn division and lost.
Well, if a dog had a square buddy, crap bricks, but he don't.
They don't. And the Cowboys ain't got no playoff wins either. So
well, you know what, man. Now, people show me pictures of Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders when they won the Super Bowl, but hell, I still love them.
Looking bad.
I still love them. Now what?
Supposed to.
Just because you got your little 3-1, you all hype now. Don't get beside yourself.
What I tell you last week?
But the Cowboys beat the brakes off y'all ass this year.
They did.
Don't get beside yourself.
But if you hanging your hat on that, you got.
We hanging it.
Okay. And what I tell you about the Giants?
Nobody care.
I said the Giants ain't doing nothing but playing for a damn.
But you happy? You said throwing it up now. Before that, you was over there hung low. Now you hype. You throwing it up, representing.
I accept reality. We talk.
Why you lead into the mic? I accept reality.
I accept reality.
Why you lead into it? I accept reality.
I want that when I have to play this shit back. And y'all lose in the first round of the playoffs. I want you to.
You know what?
Lean in
Whenever we lose, I own it. I don't never run from that.
I
don't never run.
And I don't see y'all losing in the first round of playoffs.
I don't never run.
I have not, as much as it pains me to say, I have not been this impressed by a Cowboys team Or I always thought the confidence in the Cowboys, I'm like, that's just Cowboys fans. They're looking good. They're looking good.
Thank you.
I ain't rooting for the asses, but
I think Cook was a good pickup. I think Cook was a good pickup.
Yeah, why he can't stay with one team, I don't know. They slipping on him.
I don't know. He keep getting he worth first round picks.
Yeah, they were saying
they know his value. They know his value.
I heard them saying that. They were saying his size and all that other stuff. So he, and I'm like, but y'all,
they know his value.
Yeah,
they steady running around there for first round picks. So he's somebody.
Yeah, don't make no sense. Ravens and the Jaguars.
Ravens.
Easy.
I mean, it just depends on how Trevor's coming along in his treatment.
Okay.
Kirk is Christian Kirk is there, so it makes it easier.
Yeah, they do. They need to get a win though. They need to get back on the winning side of things. I mean, I like their coach. If you want to go coach for coach, I'm going with the Jaguars coach.
Yeah,
because I have no confidence in Harbaugh whatsoever. Eagles and the Seahawks.
Eagles, Seahawks.
You said the Seahawks?
No. I'm just saying Eagles, Seahawks. Seahawks are playing good, but the Eagles are going to beat them.
Well, I mean, I guess he's back, but you remember the Eagles the Seahawks got beat up last week by the 49ers, and that was Drew Lock.
Well, yeah, that's the 49ers.
Yeah, and that was Drew Lock.
49ers.
I mean, they threw Geno wasn't playing. I don't know if Geno playing this week, but I ain't been impressed with them. I mean, they 6-7.
They look good when they clicking. The
Seahawks don't look good when they clicking, Tanisha.
But they look like they can do a little something. They're not a pushover team.
The 49ers whipped up on them. Y'all beat them by 6. Then the 49ers had beat them. The Rams beat them. The
Rams got a good team. Shit,
they do.
Truth be told, Cup and Puka Nakua, hell, that's a hell of a damn receiving core.
I'm not gonna argue with you there.
Woo.
I'm not gonna argue with you there. So you saying Seahawks could win, or you going with Philly?
No, I'm going with Philly. Philly is gonna make an example.
Yeah, Philly ain't losing that many games. Like
shit, Jalen gonna be in there cool as hell on the microphone. We needed this one. We got it.
I know that's crazy.
It'll be cool as hell. That's my dog. They gonna be, yes.
Yeah, those are our picks. So I want to shift. Let's talk NBA. Draymond Green. I'm gonna say it. I said it when he got the 5-game suspension. Draymond should never see an NBA court again unless he's a spectator, and then I wouldn't even be so sure I'd allow him as a damn spectator.
You know what? You said you had your fill. And I think I actually tried to defend him. I said I didn't think he deserved to be. I think you said something like 20 games or something. Somebody said something crazy
I said that game out for the season. But
I said that was a little rough or whatever. But this last thing that he did, that just rubbed me wrong all the way. I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah.
That was so uncalled for. Just what? For what? Even his own teammate was on the bench. Like, why?
Right.
For what reason? Like, it just didn't make sense. It's like he couldn't help himself. It was just like, I got to do something. Then he
flops like, oh, that was a mistake. And I'm looking at his coaches.
But if he was an actor, he'd be winning Razzie Awards. Like, he's horrible at acting. Like, it never fools anybody. Dude, you are horrible at acting. Like, stop it. Like I'm saying, you're not fooling anybody. And it's unnecessary because you are a good athlete. Like, just play ball. You're in the wrong sport if you want to kick people in the ball. That's wrestling.
Yeah, there's no place for it.
You need to be fake wrestling. That's what you need to be doing. Leave these dudes alone before somebody come across your beak. Stop playing with people. These grown men, and you out there kicking them in the balls and doing all kinds of crazy stuff, choking folks out.
It's crazy. Defending him.
Well, I won't be defending him no more.
Defending him, his teammates defending him, and not stepping up. And I know you got right. There's the brotherhood. There's this, that. You gonna condone that? You got your kids watching that, and you gonna say, "Oh, Uncle Draymond, he good. He don't." No.
Yeah. Well, he need to show it.
That's
terrible. He need to apologize. He need to show some kind of. He need to do a whole lot like that. To me, what he did this last time was just flat. There's no place in the game for that. Like when I saw that, I said to myself, he'll be lucky if they let him play anymore. I said it then. They'll be lucky if they let him. It was so egregious. I said they'll be lucky if he gets to play anymore. He may have ended his career. It reminded me of that perfect hit. It reminded me of the perfect hit on Dole. And when he hit him illegally, I was like, you know what? That might be your last hit. You're just so dirty. You might have just finally did something to get yourself out of the league. Yeah. It was just unnecessary. It was just kind of like that final, final.
Right. Like, and if this was his first time, then people could say, yeah, get him for 10 games, get him for the. It's constant. And NFL, right? Somebody said, what you going to do until he puts somebody in the hospital? Is that how long?
Exactly. It's like what?
You've been stomping on people's chest. You punch your own teammate. You choke the man at the beginning of the season, and now you're just swinging on people. Stop it. No. I have not been a Draymond fan. I thought,
but I have, and you know that
people getting in their face and all that other shit is unnecessary. This is just downright stupid. And if
that's where I'm at with it,
he'd have a lifetime ban.
That's what. So my whole thing is, it just made no sense. It made no. I mean, if you're watching the play that happens, it's like, what is the point? The dude is not doing anything to you. What made you do it? It made no sense.
You know what made Draymond?
It's what I'm saying. Just it's like you can't control yourself. You can't. You don't have good control. And if you don't have good, yeah. So it's like if it's a point where you can't control yourself, then you're a danger to people. You know what I mean? Then what's next? You run up under somebody, and when they're going up for a dunk or something, they end up breaking their neck or something.
You just ain't got no footage of it. Yeah. No, I mean that's just
not cool.
Yeah, man. That's all the time I'm gonna give him. Don't let his ass back. So we'll see.
Tanisha, I'm cool without seeing him this year.
Yep. Let's go ahead and wrap this up. What you got for your closing thoughts?
What we got? What we got for the closing thoughts? Let me see. I don't really have anything crazy right now. Okay. I don't really know anything. Nothing really going on too crazy that I really got. What you got?
I'm nothing crazy. I mean, we got football on Saturday. It's that time of year. I'm gonna go ahead and participate at Arlington National Cemetery doing Reefs Across America. Did it last year. I'm gonna do it again this year. Like I said, this is the season. Time for. I mean, Christmas is here. I mean, it's like, wow, it's here. We were talking about it, but it's here. Enjoy your families. Be safe. Take care of each other. You still got, and remember, be grateful for what you have. I don't want to preach to people, but we're grateful because many don't have what we have. So I'm very grateful for that. And I just peace and blessings to everybody. So, until next time. Remember, please be kind, be blessed. It's free.
Peace.
Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in to Two Gems and a Mic. Be sure to subscribe and follow. Until next time, remember, be kind, be blessed. Peace.